Stay tuned for your weekly news review on STVS.
Good evening and welcome to the news review in English. I'm Susan Meinar. On Thursday, March 13th, World Kidney Day, Diapura, in collaboration with the Diakonessa Hospital, opened a dialysis center. Femke Loning, business unit manager, revealed that every year there are more and more patients with kidney failure. St. Vincentius Hospital has also participated in the World Kidney Day Health Fair. Patients and hospital staff were allowed to check their blood sugar and blood pressure. An average of at least 200 people per day visited the fair. This event was not only for information, but the visitors could also have their feet treated by the medical pedicurist. The tips given by the medical workers were especially appreciated by the patients. The advice for patients and non-patients is keep on exercising. Your blood sugar is much lower after exercising. The official handover of a new ultrasound device took place on Friday, March 14th. The transfer is intended for the Gynecology and Obstetrics Department of the Academic Hospital Paramaribo, AZP. The ultrasound device is for the large part funded by Staatsolie Foundation. The head of Gynecology and Obstetrics Department, Lakshmi Kodan, is pleased with the gesture. The director of the AZP, Answan Brahim, was enthusiastic about the gesture. He said that with the arrival of this device, the department will function more efficient, which means quality and continuity of care. The AZP guarantees the Staatsolie Foundation that they will optimally and responsibly make use of the device and maintain it appropriately. The Motor Surveillance Service of the police force received 26 modern helmets on Friday, March 14th from Gerald van Embreeks, Director of Hijet Services. The helmets were received by Minister of Justice and Police, Edward Belfort, at the Ministry of Justice and Police. Van Embreeks finds it important that the police patrols were striking and safe helmets. The helmets will be equipped with special communications equipment. The Motor Surveillance Service of the police force employs about 30 officers, including the group of Nikeri. Minister Belfort is happy with the helmets. He also made a gesture to the neighborhood organization of the Goede Verwachting. The project I'm Riding a Bike is launched on Thursday, March 13th. The main objective of the project is to promote awareness among the community regarding the dangers of environmental pollution. The project includes various environmental awareness activities, and the focus was on cycling and care of the nature. Wilco Koster, head of the project, presented himself as an example and said he would take up cycling again. The launch was accompanied by a short promo of the Scouts. This initiative comes from the Boy Scouts of Suriname and the Pater Anton Doniski group of Latour project. Together with the residents of Latour, the Scouts will look at environmental issues and how to together develop an awareness program. There will also be meetings with local residents, and meetings with information sessions will be held. And together with the youth, they will look to collect so-called PET bottles. Also, TV spots and billboards will be made. The Ministry of Public Works is working on redesigning of the Latourweg. It will include a bicycle path. The Minister of Health, Michael Blokland, wants to make kidney transplantation in Suriname possible at the end of 2014. The minister mentioned this in relation with a symposium, Kidney Transplantation in Suriname, an Utopia or Reality. The symposium was organized in connection with World Kidney Day. The nephrologist Ingrid Heereveen wants to see that if kidney transplantation is possible in Suriname, the 5 children who are now dialyzed should be eligible first. Those children have a whole future in front of them. Parents should follow their children closely. Heereveen points parents on some things that should definitely be examined by the general physician. Although Minister Blokland supports kidney transplantation, he admits that there is still a lot of work to be done before any kidney operation can be performed. The Office of the People's Contacts of the Cabinet of the President is fulfilling its promise to the ex-servicemen. More than 18 years ago, former soldiers from the period of the Civil War asked the government for a plot. Now it's promised that pending applications will be processed. Those who haven't submitted an application have the chance to register, says Henk Amstelveen of the Office People's Contacts. He told the ex-servicemen that in submitting an application for a lot, they must identify the criteria they must meet. The confirmation was made on Friday, March 14th in Oser. There is a need for more ICT opportunities in the district of Koroni. This was clear during an open house which was held last weekend in Koroni. The purpose of this day was to make the people of the district aware of the possibilities that exist within the ICT sector in Suriname. The open house was held by Didacticum Suriname, along with other ICT organizations in our country. According to District Secretary Annunciata Richters, it was a step towards success that will ensure that the local people, namely the young people, can get more insight in the ICT industry. The open house should encourage organizations to invest in the ICT sector in the district of Koroni. 3 days long, the UNASUR countries have discussed the various health issues within the region. Michael Blokland, Minister of Health, opened the health meeting in Hotel Torarica on Tuesday, March 18th. For this region, there is a number of issues which the member countries are struggling with such as the infectious diseases and chronic conditions. One of the diseases which the region is struggling with is the Chikungunya virus, for which there is still no vaccine available. Leslie Resida, Acting Director at the Ministry of Health, says that the region has a lot of open borders, which is why issues regarding international health care should be well regulated. It was the 8th General Assembly of UNASUR in this regard. All members are meeting to talk about some specific issues having to do with UNASUR. With this meeting, UNASUR is trying to take its issues on a larger world forum regarding the issues of the region. Thursday, the discussions at ministerial level took place. 11 countries participated in this meeting. The health meeting was not held last year because Uruguay had passed the presidency of UNASUR to Suriname. The new clinic of the Foundation for Regional Health Service, RGD, in Kronenburg in the district of Kommerwijnen was put into use last Wednesday. With help from the administrative department, the business owners and locals, the construction of the clinic became a reality. For the people of Kronenburg area, it was a disaster to lack medical assistance in the region. Often they had to take the boat to make the crossing to the other places for medical attention. According to MPs Jenny Varsody Kromo and Shailendra Girya Singh, Comawena has demonstrated with this project that they can achieve things themselves without waiting on funds from the government. Both DNA members indicate that this project will certainly benefit the community. According to the RKD Director Malti Sarju, this clinic can offer a significant contribution to the overall health sector in the district of Comawena. People can now look forward to the other RKD services in Comawena. District Commissioner Ingrid Kartabink indicates that with the project, the decentralization has been reflected again. Suriname has not yet taken a position on the legalization of cannabis or marijuana for medical and health purposes. On March 10th and 11th, the country attended the 25th intersessional meeting of CARICOM heads of government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Michael Kerpens, Ambassador-at-Large of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, represented Minister Winston Lakin because due to other obligations, he could not be present. Kerpens indicates that the meeting was an initial discussion on the use of marijuana for medical and health purposes. He says it was difficult for our country to take a stand. This is because marijuana is a sensitive subject due to its negative association, especially when it comes to the use for recreational purposes. Within CARICOM and the Organization of American States, a broad discussion is taking place on the matter. Several CARICOM heads of states found that the possibilities of medical marijuana should be taken into consideration as a project of the economic and commercial sector. Marijuana and cocaine are the most popular drugs in Suriname. That concludes our news review in English. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Susan Maynard.